Like many people, I suspect, I remember the good old days. A time when life seemed more fun and less complicated. For most people it means when they were young with fewer responsibilities. Curiously, another feature of the good old days can often be that we had less money. When I was young, several centuries ago, I was usually hard up, with barely enough for those two necessities of the time to keep body and soul together, beer and petrol. If I think of the good old days, I probably go back to when I first started as a reporter in Haverhill. The town was busy. People had time to stop and talk, time to have a pint or two at lunchtime, and time to take pride in their 9-to-5 work as well. Hot summers of the mid-1970s. We made our own entertainment, as older people always tell the young, but we enjoyed our leisure time. What's more, most of us enjoyed our work. There was a social element to it, but also a sense of doing something useful. Rosy-tinted, of course, sifting out the bad bits, but fond memories. Fast forward 30 or 40 years and I don't meet anywhere near as many people who enjoy either their work or their leisure time. Work is a stressful treadmill, leisure time a desperate fling to escape from it. The business class, which has risen to the surface, generally has a ball, whether succeeding or failing, because it's an environment they love. Everyone else is in some sort of austerity bunker. This is not unique to Haverhill, but it is particularly finely distilled here in a town which fell so far behind the rest of the region and even the country that it has been sprinting desperately ever since in a vain attempt to catch up. So what happened? Two things, equally powerful and irresistible: Margaret Thatcher and technology. Haverhill was a manufacturing town, not a common feature of East Anglia or the South in general. Mrs. Thatcher systematically undermined manufacturing industry until it sank almost completely out of sight, and she gave no thought to the consequences. Her successors learned from that and began to provide help where it was vital, in the north and the west, the Midlands, South Wales, etc. In fact, almost everywhere except East Anglia. After all, no one needed it in leafy Suffolk, did they? Astonishingly, Haverhill has, by dint of its own leg muscles, kept the disappearing end of the economic train just about in sight, resulting in the current belief that it is a town of opportunity. But the effort has been superhuman, and not many people would tell you it has been fun. The stress level in the town must have risen exponentially. People now are able to turn to technology to relieve stress, almost as an addiction, and not many addicts will tell you they love their addiction. The alternative is shopping. Haverhill is packed with people sociologists nowadays term aspirational, which is another way of saying discontented, because they would like to have more than they can afford. In recent years, they have been doing so, and still are, ignoring or sidestepping via the opportunities of the internet the fact that austerity means having less than what you used to have. Those chickens are yet to come home to roost, and when they do, they too will be part of Mrs. Thatcher's legacy.